programme. This treasure trip takes place in what used to be the old kingdoms of Essex and Kent before a long journey north over hill and dale to auction in the town of Baildon in West Yorkshire. The journey begins in a town that the Romans once called Caesar's Marketplace. That's Chelmsford to you and I.
Oh, do you think there'll be a cappuccino here?
Good morning.
Do you fancy 99 flake? Looks like an ice cream van, doesn't it?
Let me open the door for you. What have they given you?
Oh, Philip, ever the gentleman.
What have they given you?
Hi, Sophie. I'm Will. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Survived the 2CV.
It's definitely a driving experience.
We've got to decide who's going to work with who, haven't we?
Okay.
I would say whatever happens, I think my mum's done enough driving of this beautiful vehicle.
So who'd like the keys then?
I think you'd suit that, Philip.
Oh, thanks. Nice story of my life, though.
Hop in my Mustang. It's as big as a whale.
Go for it, Mum.
Right. Come on, Sophie. Let's go and have a go.
Wow, really?
Okay.
You just stalled that.
That's better. Right, we're on. See you later, guys.
The intrepid treasure seekers go forth clutching £400 per team. What damage can they do with that?
Well, this is a big day for us, isn't it?
A big day.
Oh, blimey. You and your mum.
I know. The gloves are off.
Absolutely, gloves are off. Do you have an interest in antiques? What do you collect?
I don't actually own very much in the way of antiques. I own a lot of, I guess, is it called modern vintage? Things of the last 100 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
50s
That's cool.
and 60s.
Well, do you
I
know
love.
what? That's a good eye, because that stuff is getting more and more collectible than sort of the 19th century old junk that fogies and dinosaurs like me used to buy. For someone who says they don't know much about it, I think you know a lot more than you're letting on.
I don't. You'll find out.
We soon will, as Philip and Sophie sally forth to their primary place of procurement, Baddow Antique Centre. But it seems antiques couldn't be further from Philip's mind.
I was immediately attracted to any place that calls itself a strip shop we're in.
Oh, lordy.
You all right?
Yes, we get some funny phone calls.
I bet you do.
We just wondered if you've got anything you could flog us. Perhaps any unseen, unhidden, unrestored gem.
There are one or two bits that we've got that we inherited when we took the business over.
Let's have a look.
Thankfully, Russ isn't a stripper. He's a furniture restorer, which is why he might just have something of interest.
Oh, I like those. Are they walnut?
What are they, Urkel or?
I think they're Urkel.
Urkel is the name of a British furniture manufacturer founded by Lucien Urkelani in 1920. Retro Urkel furniture is very fashionable to young hipsters, so these are right up Sophie's street.
There's no extra for the dust.
You are too kind. Maybe get some spiders in with that too.
I don't want to be picky here. I just think that chairs with no seats might have just unlimited appeal to the marketplace, do you?
God, no flies on Phil, eh?
What seat would they have had in there?
Rubber straps.
Yeah.
And then just a cushion.
Clearly, this isn't an antique store, and these retro chairs don't have a price attached. But that doesn't mean they're free, eh, Russ?
This is just stuff that you want to get rid of. This might be your lucky
At a
day.
price.
Oh, here we go. I think at auction, I mean, I think if they were all together and up together, I think they might make 40 to 60 quid.
Yeah.
But in the condition that they are, I think they might make somewhere between 10 and 30 quid, is the absolute
Yeah, you're asking
truth.
it's quite a lot of work.
Which means we got to try and give you a fiver for them.
Try and give me a sign. Yeah.
Go on, try and give him a fiver.
Hold on, let me get the money out, because very often,
Yeah?
yeah, if you get money out
See
with
the
antique
colour of your
dealers,
money.
if I give you that, I've got a feeling you've got a stronger bargaining power here than I have.
£5 would buy them.
Whoa, get in there!
Smooth.
Well done.
Really?
Oh, thank you ever so
Thank
much.
you. You're welcome.
Do you know what, Sophie?
Thank
Can I
you.
have a bath?
Yeah.
Cheeky. They settle on a rock-bottom price for the chairs, but if it's bumps on seats they want, it's time to get to the bottom of their upholstery problem. Huh. As luck would have it, there's a very shop just round the corner, and Steve's agreed to have a look.
There they are.
They want Pirelli straps. That's what they want.
It's a chair, not a car.
Probably looking at around about £20 a seat for the webbing.
Hells bells.
It is expensive.
But I think if they had the webbing on the bottom, I think that would make them finished chairs.
Well, depends on your definition of finish.
Could you do it for a tenner each?
I'll do them 15 each.
So far in your hands, darling.
I think do it.
Okay, right, you're the boss. Okay.
On my head be it.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for doing us a good
10.
deal.
Well, who knew Philip's detour into a strip shop could be such a success? 2 Urkel chairs with webbing for £35, and they'll be ready for collection later. Janet and Will are cruising around 6 miles southwest to a little town called Ingatstone.
I'm very attracted to quirky things.
Good.
I like weird stuff. I love stuffed things.
You like taxidermy and stuff?
Taxidermy,
Yeah?
yeah. Not stuffed food, yeah, stuffed chickens. I mean, I do actually have a fondness for those Victorian animals playing cards or
Oh, they're great.
cricket matches, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Foxing squirrels.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think our budget will
No,
stretch
I don't
to
think it
that.
will, no.
That budget is £400, and they're about to begin their trolley dash for treasure at Hutchinson's. Maggie's ready to deal. Let the bargain buying commence.
Treasure trove. It's like someone's library, actually. Or the headmistress's study, I don't know which.
Right.
Spent a lot of time in detention, did we, Janet?
Oh, look, there's a little pillbox for the modern man.
Oh, that's nice.
Good gracious.
Made them blush.
Well, this is warm.
Moving on.
Look at that. For cakes.
That is rather amazing, isn't it?
And you know what the trend is like at the moment for sort of baking cupcakes and
Yes.
things like that, don't you?
Yes.
Like typical magpies, they're drawn towards the largest gleaming object in the shop. It's been freshly polished, almost as though they knew we were coming.
Wacky enough.
Yeah, I like it. Quite like to get some money out. Oh, don't listen.
This dazzling piece of plate is actually a Victorian centrepiece with a whopping ticket price of £100.
I mean, it's nice that that's period and got some age to it, which I
Yeah.
like. What would you put on it?
I can see it with some big, blousy peonies or something like that.
Ex-Blue Peter, she can whip up a floral arrangement in a trice. Of course.
Everything's present and correct. Good solid cast feet, stained pine,
Yeah.
nicely engraved. And I think I saw, yes, look, a little vacant cartouche.
Oh, yes.
So people haven't had it initialed.
Ah, no.
They're very smitten with the shiny centrepiece, but they want a better price, so Maggie's getting the dealer on the line.
Yeah, definitely don't want three numbers.
And
we
if
just
he
want
wants
two.
to talk to Janet, she's more than happy to speak to him. I've got to try and use and abuse your celebrity status.
Nervous now. Gavin, it's me, Janet. Gavin?
Would you like to speak to Janet? OK, you're a bit busy, are you? Right, OK.
Some grown men would jump at the chance.
So that's it. You can't... Bye.
He must be from the Valerie Singleton era. With no movement on the price, they can't still be interested, can they?
I would be happier paying 90 for it simply because the 100 sounds like a lot of money. And I think in an auction it would have to start lower, and if it made 100, we'd be happy.
Exactly.
And if we just make our money back, then we're no better off.
Can't do it.
Maggie's not for turning.
It's a lot of silver plate for £100.
Yeah? Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Right, get the money out.
Fine, thank you.
They've bagged their first piece of swag, but I can't help thinking they may regret spending such a wad of cash on one item. Onwards and upwards.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you. Thank
Nice to meet you. Regards to Gavin.
I
Sort
will.
of.
Jump all the way.
This dealing duo are hoofing it around 5.5 miles west to the picturesque village of Blackmore, where there's an altogether more laid-back way of life.
Oh, this looks like
This
it.
looks great.
It's spend, 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 and Will and Janet have arrived at Megary Antiques, where Judy and Peter have a shop stacked with curiosities and cake. Yummy.
Hi, sir. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm distracted already. I am looking at you, but I'm not. I'm really looking.
Shiny things.
shiny
Sparkly
things.
bits.
Shiny
Well, there's a
stuff.
lot here to have a look at, isn't there?
Straight to the shiny stuff again.
Should we have a wander around the shop?
Yes, sorry, normal voice, yes.
Janet mentioned she liked quirky objects. And they don't come much quirkier than this piece of 19th century porcelain.
She lives under the sea. She has company.
See, I love this. That's so ridiculous.
I quite like it because it's
So-
showy and over the
yeah.
top. Continental figure of a child sitting on a shell. I'm going to put my neck out and say it's German, circa 1900. But
I love the
these
colours.
dolphins.
Queer-looking dolphins. It's quite pricey at £58, so they're browsing on. Thank goodness.
And there was the cabinet that you were taken with when we first
Well,
came in.
yes.
Let's go and have a look at your
Just
little
a,
cabinet.
just a look.
The magnetic pull of the silver cabinet is just too much for Janet, and their eyes have been caught by a rather fetching solid silver fish slice, so Judy's giving them a closer look.
That is nicely done.
Good set of clean hallmarks. London. And you can tell it's Georgian because the leopard's got his crown on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's really clever to know that.
When George III dies, the leopard loses its crown.
Wow.
I like that. Trout. I suppose it looks like a trout or a pike. But it's £225. At auction, you'd probably want that at 100, 150.
The owner of the fish slice is just next door, so Peter's been dispatched with a home-baked bribe to see if he'll take £150.
Yes, you will take 150. We can't
We
say
can't
no
say fairer
now.
than that, no. I think your instinct there was right.
Should we say yes, to
Yes,
that?
I
Do you
do.
like it?
I do like it, yes, I do.
Buoyed up by bagging another treasure, there's no stopping them now. Janet had a brainwave.
Fish and fish slice.
Oh, come on, it's done. We have to buy.
The child with feet on fish has a ticket price of £58 and it belongs to Judy, so it's time for Janet to earn her Blue Peter badge for haggling. Stand by.
I'll leave it with you.
See, the thing is, Judy,
Good start.
I love this.
Me too.
And I love the sort of necessary pointlessness of somebody going to the trouble of putting tiny flowers on the scarf.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
to
just-
fire something like that.
Yeah.
It's actually beautifully made.
It is beautifully made, and the
it's
colours are great.
hand-painted as
Yeah.
well. Very, very pretty.
Yeah, it is very pretty.
Beautifully modern.
Is it 30 quid of pretty, do you think?
Oh, that's pushing it a bit.
Look at that detail.
No, I wouldn't do it for 30.
35, surely.
Look at their little
40.
teeth.
Bottom line.
She's got her fierce face on. Look at you. Look at this.
Yeah, I feel like I've been naughty.
Yeah, really. 38.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good work, both of you. I'm impressed.
Cool, Janet expertly executes the haggle. £38 for the child with feet on fish, so along with a £150 fish slice, they've netted themselves a double deal. A great first day on the quest for quirk, with both teams banking some loot. Bedtime now. Nighty-night. The fortune finders are rolling onto Battlesbridge in Essex in pursuit of more plunder.
Morning. God, blimey, you're up early.
They're keen, Philip, very keen.
We just rethought this. How about us against you?
Yeah, we thought
No,
maybe
because
it should
we'd
be
lose, that would be horribly
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Let's spend some money.
Should we have a look round?
Yes. Not once yet, thank you very much.
Good luck,
Have a good
guys.
day.
Have a
Good
good
luck,
day.
but in a less luck than us sort of way.
Time to split up this family feud and get shopping. Phil and Sophie have lots to buy, so what delights do they desire today?
Do you like garden things?
Yeah, but
You do
kind
like-
of slightly off the
the
beaten
wall.
track things. We've got some weird stuff in our garden.
What have you got?
We've got, you know, those children's rides? You put 20p in.
Yeah.
We've got one of those.
Oh,
We've got
cool.
a big toadstool that was a prop for one of the Feelings videos. Yeah, weird stuff. We like that kind of thing.
Do you want something gardeny, funky, crazy, crackers? Just let's go and have a look.
I like the little rocking horse. It's quite cute, isn't it?
I quite like him. That's
Yeah?
My Little Pony, isn't it?
Okay.
It's, what, 1960s? Possibly a bit later?
I'd say 60s.
It's moulded plastic, isn't
It is moulded plastic. It might
It's
be,
on
yeah.
a tubular steel base. But the good thing about moulded plastic, it isn't rotted.
And there's no sharp edges for little peeps.
No. I mean, what's he going to make?
Not very much. Well, actually, these things are quite covetable.
There's no price on old Dobbin, but owner George has just arrived on the scene and Sophie's got the bit between her teeth.
Yeah, we like your horsey.
We did have £40, but it's only about £30.
About?
About 25, yeah.
Can I ask you, I know that's a big ask because I know you said 30, but how would you feel about 20?
Shouldn't really, should
No, you shouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
So, a cool £20 for Old Sea Biscuit, and they're trotting off. Wasting no time, Phil spotted something else he thinks could propel them to victory. Look out.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that, actually.
It's a wooden propeller. They're different sections of wood.
Right.
And they're all laminated together. And they've got a slightly different curve. And the early ones would be like off a First World War, off a Sopwith Camel or something like that. But they become boys' toys because people put clocks in them, they put barometers in them, they put them on walls. It's just a decorative item.
The propeller is priced at £245, so Phil and Sophie need to cut a good deal. Owner Jim's standing by. But is he ready to take off some cash from that rather large price tag?
What could you do?
Well, like 120.
I would feel more confident about it if it was 100.
She's a good girl, isn't she? She is good. Should we go and have a look round and think about the propeller? And if you can think about 100 quid, that would be absolutely wizard.
It would be what? It's all gone a bit Harry Potter over here. What magic is happening elsewhere on site? Janet's drawn to something that reminds her of the good old days.
I love that sign.
Blue Peter, sailor. I think it might be a pub sign, or... Yeah, the True Blue at
The True Blue at Wick. Yeah, I would give it house room, and I think other people would respond in the same way. How old do you think it is?
I think 20th century, but early.
Hang on, hang on.
How much is it?
220.
How much we got left?
100 and not 220.
112.
Gosh.
With only £112 left, they need to get the dealer David on board.
Morning.
Morning, hello.
How are you, sir?
Not bad.
Good, yeah?
Hello, Jack.
Partner in
Instantly
crime.
recognisable. Massive Blue Peter fan.
Really?
Oh, promising.
I'll tell you what caught our eye was that sign you've got hanging outside.
Oh, yeah, the pub sign, yeah.
But you got 220 on the ticket.
Yeah.
I've got 112 in my pocket, and that is everything we've got.
I have had it a while, so I would let it go.
For 100 quid. And then that leaves us £12 to try and buy our fifth object.
I can do that.
Can you do that?
Really?
Do you like that?
Well, yes.
Shall we go for it?
What's wrong with it?
No, it's...
That is a deal.
David's given them a knockout price for the sign, so they've got £12 left to spend, and they're determined to do so.
What are those?
I like those a lot. Do you?
Yeah. Go and work your magic.
I think we can do that.
So that's
I'm going to come and live with you. This is
I think he might take you up on that.
good work.
Brilliant,
So that's the sign and the bookends. 112 quid. Deal. Good work.
Thank you very much.
How's that?
Core, Janet and Will have spent out, and their treasure trove is full. So they've got the rest of the day to kick back and relax.
Well, buckle up.
Right.
We're off.
Ready.
While Janet and Will are off gallivanting round the countryside, this duo still have £345 to spend on trinkets.
I think it'd be quite fun to get something that's a bit of a talking point, a bit interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a cart earlier over there.
Really?
Well, it's interesting because it's only got one wheel. Right. and
Sounds wonderful.
One-wheel carts are in this year.
Says who, Phil? One-wheel cart, bottomless chairs, whatever next.
But isn't that's a fab garden ornament, I think.
Well, I would say I don't really mind too much about the cart. I like the wheel.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think the wheel's lovely.
We either just bid in for the wheel, or we try and buy all of it, get it all in the auction, let people make their own mind up. Now, I know what I would do.
But you take all of it.
I'd take all of it. What's the demand like for one-wheeled trailers around here?
Fantastic. The shafts are in good condition. You know, you see it used as flower beds and all sorts of things.
What you
That's a
got
flower bed, that's a nice idea.
So this gym would date to where? Probably about 1860?
Victorian times, 1860.
Yeah, and it's English. What was the original ticket price on it?
The original price was about 450, something like that.
Wow.
I think the way it is, it's 50 quid's worth, Jim.
100 quid's worth.
50 quid's worth.
Sophie and Philip can see the potential in the cart as a she garden ornament. So they got a price in mind for it, and the propeller, which Jim was asking £120 for.
What about if we bought this and the propeller? 150 quid the two.
I'll have to phone a friend still. I'll just check on what I pay for them.
Sophie and Philip retire to a cafe and drink tea, while Jim phones a friend. Will it be a deal or no deal? No, that's a different show, isn't it?
So, what's the verdict then? Have you found anything out about the propeller?
Yes. The aircraft was built pre-1940.
Wow.
Yeah.
The hub has 8 holes. Later propellers had 6.
Of course, the post-1940 ones are really the valuable ones, aren't they, Sophie?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, those are the really mega valuable ones. So
No, I don't think so.
no, I think we'd like to buy the 2 off you.
If you buy the 2,
Yeah.
I think I already said 120, which I think is...
120 the 2. Thanks, Jim.
No,
Oh.
No way.
If you say 170 the 2, it's a deal.
Yeah, I trust you, Jim. I think that's the... I
Jim,
think
you've
you're
been more
being-
than generous.
Yeah, very
honestly.
generous.
Yeah, you've been...
And that's cash now.
That's cash
Yeah,
now.
these are yeah.
And we'd like them delivered to our broth.
Don't push it too far, Philip.
I come from a long distinguished line.
The old cart and propeller cost them a tidy £170, and the hobby horse a mere 20, so their boot is almost full of loot.
When you were teensy weensy,
Yeah.
who inspired you to sing? Who did you look up to?
Initially, probably Julie Andrews. I used to watch Sound of Music and Mary Poppins.
Yeah. It's funny you talking about Mary Poppins, because the song that always makes me smile is David Tomlinson, Let's Go Fly a Kite.
Actually, we sang that at my wedding. The congregation sang
It's
it.
on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love that song.
And Madonna. I loved Madonna when I was little.
Your career was fairly stratospheric, wasn't it, really?
There was quite an exciting bit where my first band got a record deal before I left school. I think when you're first starting out, everybody encourages you to think that whatever you get offered to do, the right answer is always yes. But actually, I've always been a big
Sometimes it's no,
believer
isn't
in saying no sometimes too.
Well, that's true of your shopping as well, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Our deal doers are touring around 11 miles southeast to a suburb of Southend-on-Sea called Westcliff-on-Sea.
Do you think we look at all conspicuous with our horse sticking out the sun?
I think we can just cruise into town under the radar. No one will even know we're there.
Last stop for curiosities is Sally's. Let's hope she's not out of them, as it says on the sign, as these guys still have £175 to spend.
I'm excited. It looks
Let you
good
loose,
already.
let you loose, let you loose.
Boop, boop, be-doo. This place is cool. Nice to meet you.
I think that's quite funny. This is Sophie in heaven, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be. Come back in an hour.
We're going to have a real good look around here, aren't we?
Sophie owns lots of vintage and retro items, from furniture to frogs.
I'm having my own Marilyn moment here.
Lovely. Time to get shopping. Sally's is full of weird and wonderful objects, and outside there's something that might have them blowing their big tops.
We call it the elephant's foot. It's here.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, did you see that? From the circus.
Yeah, that's 20.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah?
It's a brand new, effectively, wooden drum, isn't it?
And it's brilliant. It came from a circus.
But what
I gather it came from the circus.
I feel like trumpeting at the moment, yeah.
Not a good choice of words, Phil.
I quite like that.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Do you have another look round?
Okay.
If there's anything else that grabs us.
Yeah.
The elephant footstool is on the back burner, while they have a thorough rummage, which gives Sophie the perfect opportunity to check out some vintage knickknacks. Paddywhacks.
It's only £1.
What is that?
What, bra?
Seriously?
No, but is it? Oh, I think I'm going to sort of word that.
I feel a bit sad if you don't know what that
No, I
is.
do.
Aww,
I don't get out much.
Go and take your feet out of your mouth, Phil.
I've gone red now. Why does that elephant's foot thingy stool appeal to you?
Because it's quirky and evokes happy memories of going to the circus, and it's something you can't buy off the peg and you can't find somewhere else.
I've got to be truthful to you. I don't know. 35 years I've been doing this now. I don't think I've ever seen an elephant stool.
Well, there you go.
Suspiciously free of elephant prints, too.
Now's your moment. Let's be part of it.
She's sold on the circus curio, and what Sophie wants, Sophie gets, as we know.
Elephant foot, is that what you call it? Because that's what he plonks his foot on.
If there's going to be an elephant in the auction room, we're sorted.
Well, home and host,
There's always an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And right now, it's the price. Phil suggested £10.
Oh, come on, 50.
I just say you're on my
50.
side.
Well...
12 quid. How's that?
Okay,
So, I'm going to pay for it quickly. You keep it talking. Thank you ever so
Amazing
much.
discount, thank you.
£12 bags them the circus equipment, and they're all stocked up and ready for auction. So pack up your trunk of treasure and be off. The forage for fortunes is at an end. time for the teams to unwrap their goodies.
Let's see what you
Yeah,
got.
let's have a look. Yeah, give us your best.
Oh, cool.
Look at his face.
I'm guessing that you chose that, Mum. Not
Yes.
you, Will.
Well spotted.
How much was your thing, Mum?
38, is it?
I can see somebody making that quite a cool lamp, actually.
It's actually...
It's a beautiful thing as it is, Phil. Look at that.
Look at the dolphins.
They're not dolphins.
What do you think to that? So we
I like that.
Yeah.
You see
Can't you
cup
just
I
cuts.
don't know what it is, but I like
That'd
it.
be a
See
big
that in the middle of your table.
So how
with
much was that?
peonies in it.
100 quid.
Punchy. And what?
Okay.
And your beehive?
The beehive bookends, that was Janet.
dogwood, aren't they?
They're oak.
Dogwood. You can tell by the bark.
Uh-oh, he's here all week, folks.
Wait there.
Da 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 da.
I love that.
That is
Ian.
wicked.
I do. That's my
Yeah,
favourite.
that's fantastic.
Quirky, folky,
I think it's really. I think that's really lovely.
I might bid on that.
That is fun.
No, no, no. You
Yeah,
can't
feel
do
free
that.
to.
No.
Feel free to.
How much did that cost you?
Cost us 100 quid.
Well done.
Go up to 50.
Well done.
Go up to 50. Let me put this down.
Yeah. Right, you ready for this?
Yes, we
You ready for our weird and wonderful?
I can't wait.
Yeah, careful.
What time does the show start?
There's more.
They're
I like that bit.
lovely.
You like them? This is an elephant's foot. So this is what the elephant would put its feet on in the circus. It's been used in a circus.
Ordinarily, I would have said you could put a piece of glass in there. And
No.
But now someone's going to take that home, and they're going to get their pet elephant to put his foot on it.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of
With no glass,
maharajas,
just
plenty of
stick a lamp on
maharajas
it.
at the sale.
This one I saw and I thought, I like you. I love the colours. But it's a
Is
nice
it
one.
he
We
or
saw-
she?
Well, I thought it was a boy, but he's called it Sophie. So
Yeah.
the chairs,
Chairs are great.
we managed to get the chairs themselves for £5.
Wow.
For both?
For
Yeah.
both.
That's giveaway.
Don't forget £30 for the webbing, and Steve's thrown in some cushions.
Oh, so come on then, where's
Our other
where's the other
crazy
lot?
cat.
Is your phone? What's it?
It's a wagon with one wheel.
You bought that?
It's Victorian,
It's got
late
one wheel.
1800s. And you could take off the wheel and put nice
Trained it
cushions
well,
in
haven't I?
it.
Yeah, I was
And it
just
would be a
gonna
nice
say, you've been
garden
hanging out
seat.
with Philip
I
too
actually
long.
do think that would be quite nice. Or you can make it into a flower bed. But it's 50 quid, so...
Okay.
I think it's
been
time for a
great
drink,
fun.
isn't it?
Having clapped eyes on each other's lots, how do they fancy their chances now?
I think my mum has approached this in the same way I have, really. She's bought stuff she likes. That little figurine in the shell, I mean...
Has that got Janet Ellis written all over
It
it?
sure has. I mean, there's no way Will's picked that. Gone, hey, Janet, check this out.
Those chairs are lovely. I would give those house room.
Yeah, they could easily make 10 or 20 quid, you know.
I love their sign.
Their sign is wonderful, and I would own that.
Who's going to win?
I don't know. I don't think it's obvious, actually.
We've bought, like we said, a huge variety of
Yes.
stuff, haven't we? From a Georgian silver fish
A
slice.
lot of fun.
Have you?
Let's say all this now, because after the auction...
Yeah, you might be like, "Oh, Will, he knows
Fish slice.
nothing."
What was the point of a fish slice?
To auction. Don't spare the horses. They're all heading north around 230 miles to an auction in Baildon, West Yorkshire.
I'm feeling strangely nervous.
Because you're driving this car
That
again.
is what... The auction I'm not worried about.
Just getting
I've got to
there.
get up a hill first.
This is the first auction I've ever been to.
That's it. Yeah. It's how I ended up buying a commode. Because I got so overexcited.
When they're calling your lots, I'll be going,
You'll be offering me things I can't, like singing, and I've got an old badge somewhere.
you're a beautiful singer.
But I think I've given most of my badges away to traffic wardens, so...
Well, William, this is a gorgeous day, isn't it?
Beautiful. Roof down, jacket off.
Eh?
Not quite sleeves rolled up, but nearly. Oh, you are.
I've got demi-roll. I'm actually getting a bit twitchy about this now, but I can just feel the bottom just beginning to tighten just a little.
I thought that was a suspension.
Halfway Auctions at the Halfway House in Baildon is the seat of today's epic antique joust. If all goes terribly wrong, they can pop next door and drown their sorrows.
Oh dear, what is that? Someone's left a pile of wood in the corner.
Oh, behave.
What have you done to that car? Nice to see you again.
Oh, yeah, I'm really well. Lovely to see you.
Feeling confident?
Nice to
really
see
well,
you.
yeah,
Not really.
Oh, Philip.
Come on, let's
No,
go.
it's all going to be good. Come
It's
on.
going to be good. It is going
We
to be
need to
good.
swap sides here.
22, I'm bid on 24 at 22. I have your 24 anywhere.
Philip Chester strikes a powerful pose at the helm of today's sale, and he's got his own thoughts on our team's loss.
I enjoy a challenge. Sophie and Phil have brought us a circus elephant's foot stand. Unfortunately, the circus isn't in town today, but we'll be doing our very best. Janet and Will have brought us what I believe to be a 19th century, probably German porcelain figure. Unfortunately, nowadays, the people aren't displaying as they used to. Sophie and Phil have brought us two rather nice 1950s armchairs. They are of the Urkel design, although there's no markings on them, so we can't actually sell them as Urkel. Janet and Will have brought us this splendid George III fish knife. George III silver at its very best. Sophie and Phil have brought us a cart. What can I say now? It's got a good wheel.
Janet and Will went all out and spent their whole £400 budget to present 5 lots for auction.
I'm going to come and live with you. This is my perfect shopping day.
Man.
Yeah. Boop, boop, doop.
And Sophie and Phil also amassed 5 bold lots, forking out £237.
What is that?
Bra.
I've gone red now.
It's time to take this antiquarian joust into the sale room, where all profits will go to children in need.
I'm getting a bit twitchy. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
It's up and away with the propeller. Sophie and Phil's first lot.
It's a lovely thing.
I love it.
We might get some people who are actually looking for one.
If there's one thing on my wish list, what would it be?
This today, I must start this with me at £30, that's 32 now. 32, 35, 38, 40, 42, 45, 48. On the phone at 48, 50, 50, and 5, I have 60. On the phone at £55, I have got 60, 65, 70, 75 on the phone. 80, 80 I'm bid on 5. 80 I've got off 5, 85, 90, come on, 95, 100, 100 I've got £100. Yes.
It just didn't take off the way they'd hoped.
There's no justice in this room.
No.
Can Janet and Will make a dazzling profit with the shiny centrepiece?
Start me at £50, this is for nothing. At £50 anywhere, £50 worth 50 to start me, surely at £50. Start me at 20. £20 only, 20 I bid. 22.
I like to start with
25,
100.
28, 30, 32, 35, 38, 40, 42, 42, 45. At 45, 48 I bid, or 50. At £48, 50 and 2. 52 and 5.
Surely.
52 and 52 I bid, or 5 anyway. 55 and 8. Since I'm selling it at £55.
So cheap.
Somebody's got a bargain.
I'm sorry about that. We liked it, didn't we?
We liked
You
it.
liked it.
A disappointing start for both teams, which means there's some catching up to do.
Well, things are looking up, Sophie. They've lost more than we've lost.
Things are looking up because it's the cart next.
One-wheel carts are in vogue, according to Mr. Searle. Will the crowd think so?
We might have put the horse before the cart here.
These puns are terrible.
Yeah.
It's a restoration piece.
That it is.
They're laughing at us.
We need somebody who
You're
has
actually
time
being
on their
laughed at
hands.
here.
I can start here on commission at £20.
It's an outrage.
Come on.
22. 24.
Yes.
26 takes me out, sir. 28. 30. 32. 34.
These people are
It's
mad.
cheap at £34. 36. 38.
Philip will deliver it.
Not many people
Even
got
I don't know why they're bidding on this.
42.
What are they doing?
It's going
Stop.
to wipe its face.
One
Philip.
more.
It's worth that long.
At £42. It's yours, sir. Well done.
Someone paid £42 for that.
With only one wheel, the cart couldn't turn a profit. That's another loss for Sophie and Phil. Will Janet and Will's George III fish knife win them a slice of profit?
I don't see many fish eaters in here. If they were a set of steak knives, I reckon I might be in business.
Start me at £100. This is cheap.
Surely.
£100 to start me. 50 to get me going.
Surely.
50 on me.
Thank
and
you.
5. 60 and 5. 70 and 5. 80 and 5. 90 and 5. 100. 105. 15. 110. 115. New bidder. 115, 120, sir. 120, I've got, can I say 5?
Don't lose it
Surely.
now. Still cheap.
120. I'm selling them. 18.
It could have been a lot worse.
The fish knife couldn't cut it, and with losses all round, hopes are high for Sophie and Phil's retro hobby horse.
Nice thing. Is it worth £30 to you? No. £20 anywhere. 20, I've got to have 22 now. 24.
I don't want to worry anybody, but that is a profit.
30, 32, 34, 36. At £36, are we finished? At £36, 28.
Well done, you.
Sophie's choice bags them the first profit of the day.
Well done, Sophie. Yeah.
Surely there's a frenzy of fortune to come for Janet and Will's porcelain.
Oh, yes, that was your buy. Completely your buy.
Lovely piece. Lovely piece. Thank you. £50 to you. 50 anyway. 40. Start me at 20. I'll take 20 to get me going at £20 on bid. Thank you. Do I have 22 now? 22, 25, 28. Do I have 28 in it? 25, I've got, can I say 28 in it? 25 on bid. 25 only.
Oh, that's such a bargain.
The Child with Fish on Feet was a flop, and their losses just keep mounting. Sophie and Phil's retro chairs are up next, but having no designer name may not sit well with the bidders.
If they don't make a profit, there really is no justice, is there?
Yeah, it's true.
These two lovely armchairs. Can I say £50 for the pair? £50 anywhere.
You can try.
£20 anywhere at 20. No interest. 20 on bid. Thank you, sir. Do I have two now? 20 I've got. Can I say 22? At £20 on bid. Do I have 22 anywhere? £20 only. 28.
Oh, they know it's got new webbing.
New webbing and style.
Our eclectic lots aren't enticing the bidders today, but Sophie and Phil have made one profit and lost the least. So, are slightly ahead, or is that less behind? Janet and Will are yet to make a profit. Can they create a buzz with their beehive bookends?
Thank you.
Everybody
Here we
likes
go.
books.
£20 start me. £20 the bookends.
Surely.
20 on bid, thank you, sir. Do I have 22? This is cheap. At £20 I've got. Do I have 22 now? At £20 on bid, do I have 22?
Get heady on
£20
that
I've
feeling,
got. Can I
guys.
say 22?
Hands up if you can read.
At £20 on bid, selling at £20, 500.
We made a profit.
We made a profit.
At last, a profit, but it may be too little, too late. It all rides on the final two lots. Janet and Will's retro pub sign takes the stage. These are very desirable items.
We need our sign to make about 500 quid.
At £20 I've got. Do I have 22? At 22. At 25 I've got. Come on, this is for nothing. At £25 on bid, do I have 28 in it? At £25 I've got. Do I have 28 anywhere? Anybody opening a pub anywhere? At £25, this is for nothing. At £25.
What a blow! That crashing loss pretty much seals Janet and Will's fate.
Shock.
It's the grand finale. Roll up, see the mighty elephant's footstool, Sophie and Phil's final lot.
I think the old elephant's jobby is going to do very well. I do, yeah, I do. Well, on the way up here, I passed a number of elephants in the fields. Did you see them?
All without a story.
Nelly the elephant, back to trunk and trundle.
£30. Come on, your neighbours won't have one of these. 20 on bid. Thank you, sir. 22 behind you. 24, 26, 28. Do I have 30 anywhere? 28, I'm selling it at £28. Are we all finished? 30, new bidder. 32. Come on, one more. 32 on bid, or 30, 34, good man. 36 on bid. At £36 only. It's yours.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Sophie picked another winner. The elephant's footstool elevates them to victory, but with only 3 lots profiting, there's not a lot to shout about.
That was my contract for the next series.
The teams each had £400. Janet and Will cashed in on one item and after auction costs made a loss of £199 10p, leaving them with only £200 and 90p. Sophie and Phil did only slightly better, winning on 2 items. After costs, they made a loss of £45 12p, leaving them with £354 88p. How undignified for poor old Dobbin.
No, the French go, ah! Oh.
That was just the end, wasn't it?
Was that an auction or was that an auction?
I thought it was an auction.
That was an auction.
I think the girls should drive the Mustang.
Seeing you in that is worth it, so yeah. I'm more than happy, lady. Driving the dolly.
This is not au revoir, this is goodbye.
What?
Pedal faster, Will.
That was trippy.
What would your fantasy car be?
Oh, a Penelope pit stop style.
Oh, yeah.
Au revoir.